sounds so good. And on that note, hi, welcome to the video. If you're new to this channel, or you've seen a couple videos and you've enjoyed them, please hit that subscribe button. It lets me know I'm doing something right, helps me out a lot. The more subscribers, the cooler the bikes, the cooler the adventures, the better the videos, I hope. If you're an OG DukeOfDC fan, comment down below your favorite ice cream flavor. You're gonna notice a lot of the things I ask you to comment are food related. Yes, I do love food. That's why I'm on a ZX-14R. I needed a bike that was powerful enough to move me. I think this one does it. Okay, we are recording. This is going to be a very old school DukeOfDC video. I'm not going to do any of the presenter styling, which don't worry, I will do on many others. It's just that this is a pretty serious bike. Yo, what is up guys, DukeOfDC here. Welcome to another video. We're over here at Woods Cycle Country in New Braunfels, Texas. That is right, I can say it correctly now. And as I just said, today we're not going to be doing the presenter scheme on this bike, and that's because I want to focus. I want to focus on the riding. I don't want to carry any equipment to the location where I usually do that filming. I just want the GoPro. I want this old school. We are on a 2019 Kawasaki ZX-14R. As always, this video is brought to you by Rollick. Rollick is a company connecting consumers like you and me to a network of certified dealers like Woods Cycle Country to provide the most transparent buying experience when it comes to ATVs, side-by-sides, RVs, and of course motorcycles like this. Some people say speed up, some people say slow down. This bike does both exceptionally well. We're going to get into all the details, the minutia, a proper walk around, etc. in a bit. But for now, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to go ride. No reason to be scared. I've ridden a bike faster than this. Huh. Holy. Oh my God. Wow. You could get in absurd amounts of trouble on this. I mean, holy crap. First thing I'm noticing is the power is absurd. I mean, actually absurd. I've ridden some very powerful motorcycles, technically on paper more powerful than this. This feels like the fastest bike I think I've ever ridden. I don't know if it's the long wheelbase that gives you the confidence to really just goose it out. I mean, I'm not ringing it out. That's 3,000 to 4,000. This bike redlines at 11. Are you joking me? It's so fast. I love it. Dude, this is so comfortable too. That's the other thing that's like out of this world. How comfortable this is. What the F? David Blaine? Absolutely sublime. Now, if all of these people could just get off of my road, that would be the cat's bandanas. I mean, this is like, they're bringing out all the stops here. We're gonna get through the details. I want to stop and like do a proper walk around, albeit with the GoPro. I know. But hey, it's better than nothing, and we'll talk about the facts and figures. So if you're waiting for the price, the speed, the horsepower, the torque, etc., hang in there, Charlie. I got you. I've ridden a lot of motorcycles. I'm a very lucky man. This is one that I've always wanted to ride, and I just have never asked. I don't know why. It's just been like an afterthought. I'm so glad that Woods Cycle Country had one in stock, and I'm so happy that they were open to letting me ride it. I mean, this is a serious motorcycle. You gotta know that the person who's gonna take the keys on a test ride, at the very least, knows moderately what they're doing, which I am just scratching the surface of that understanding. I could just disappear. That's the part that's gonna kill me, is that I don't think I'm gonna find a space long enough to even remotely ring this out. I have to though. I must. Let's just like pretend for a second that we're crazy. Yep. Both of my testicles have receded into my body, where they will be stationed for the next 6 to 9 months, learning how to become men again. But I love it. I want one. I don't think I've ever had an interest in a bike like this before, up until maybe this exact moment. There's also a huge hole in my pants. Huge. Size of Saturn. All right, ladies and germs, this is it. 2019 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-14R. If you think these massive 14ers are dead, then you are dead wrong. because I personally thought that. I thought, what in the world is a bike like this doing in an age like this, where S1000RRs exist, where R1Ms exist, where the 1000 or 998cc super sport variants of motorcycles have 200 horsepower. Where does this bike fit in? Well, I'm telling you here and now, it fits perfectly. It fits brilliantly, beautifully. It is oddly comfortable. It is heroically powerful. I mean, this is the Superman of motorcycles. It gives you ridiculous amounts of confidence. The longer wheelbase means that you can get in that little tuck, drop your gears, and disappear. I'm sorry for the language, but this is insanity. It's everything I wanted it to be, and then some. Okay, so probably one of the most important facts for a lot of you out there is the price. MSRP on the 2019 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-14R is $14,999. That's right, sub $15,000 by $1. But still, I'm comparing this to, Ducati V4s, Ducati V4s, Aprilia RSV4 RRs, BMW S1000s, and those bikes are 20 grand, like $20,000. So $5,000 discount on this. Now, some people are going to say it's hideous. Some people are going to say it's ugly. And maybe it looks like that on the camera, but trust me, it looks so good in person. Some people are going to be like, why does it have spider eyes? Because yes, it does have seemingly 6 different headlights in the front here and the 2 integrated turn signals. It's got a lot going on in the front, but all of this provides you with this space shuttle-esque aerodynamics. I mean, it's so badass. This is a serious motorcycle. This is why I'm not carrying my camera equipment. I am respecting the game here. No side bags, nothing like that. I'm sure that aftermarket or even potentially from Kawasaki, you can get some side bags and pop them in somewhere so that you can have a little bit of luggage. I know that that's a popular thing, especially on a bike that looks like a concourse that's got a lot of that same kind of comfortability. Comfortability? Is that a word? It has a 1,441cc inline 4-cylinder. You do have 2 selectable power modes. I don't know if you guys saw me toggling those, full and low. Both they're indicated by F or L the entire time there. I had it on F mode, and that can be changed with this here. You can hear the fan going on as it is a hot day. 219 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. So you've got a digital display up here that shows you, neutral, fuel indicator, what time it is, odometer, what power mode, what traction control setting you're in. It does have adjustable traction control. Then you do have an analog speedometer and an analog tachometer, and I love those things. I love them. I love them. I love them so much. It has a pretty trick slipper clutch on the rear here, which is fantastic with this much power. The last thing you'd want is your rear wheel to bounce around if you drop the gear by accident and then pop that little clutch. I am known to do it because I'm a troublemaker. What can I say? KTRC, Kawasaki TRaction Control. It also has anti-lock brakes. You can see down here. I'm sore. It was leg day. These are Brembo monoblock calipers. That means that, yes, this bike gets up to speed quickly. Well, guess what? It slows down just as fast, just as proficiently. You can see this has battle axes on it for tires. That actually does matter a pretty significant amount when you're talking about a bike that is going to be doing possibly 180 miles per hour. I mean, this is, you literally roll up to a drag strip and you're going to be setting, 10s. This bike can do 9s. That's certainly not something I could do on it, but if you're a skilled rider and you've ridden on these kind of long wheelbase 14ers for a while, you're probably in that 9s club at this point. And that's stock, everybody. Stock. This has the Yoshimura pipe on it, which sounds absolutely beautiful. It looks great on this bike. It fits brilliantly. We have max torque of 116.5 pound-feet, max horsepower of 207. Now, mind you, that's in the engine. At the wheel, people have stated that it's about 191, but holy crap, 191 horsepower at the wheel? Are you joking me? That's insane. This is by far one of the most powerful motorcycles I've ever ridden. And more importantly, it delivers that power in such a unique and provoking way. Oof. I got like chills right now. Now, this is a heavy bike. It comes in at 593 pounds. That is the curb weight, that's the wet weight, that is fully loaded, ready to ride. That's no joke. That's a serious amount of weight. 600-pound motorcycle. You know, a lot of these sport bikes that I'm comparing it to are closer to the 430, 440 pound range, if not a little bit lighter than that, which is pretty cool. So this is up there. But of course, it's got a 1441cc inline 4 producing 207 horsepower. So it can overeat a little bit. It can hit up Chipotle. It can get queso on its Rito. It has a 5.8 gallon fuel tank, which is going to be great when you are hitting that top speed. You'll probably drain that quickly. And a 31.5-inch seat height. I'm able to get my feet down relatively easily. I'm not super flat-footing it, but I'm not having any issues, y'all. Yeah, there's nothing else. There's nothing else to talk about. This is a bike that I just want to ride. I want to ride it for a day. I wish that this was the only bike I had ridden today, and I wish that I was riding it deep into the Twisted Sister twisty roads or the hill country of Austin. I do love New Braunfels. I think it's a beautiful place. I love this river road. You guys, are you hearing this? Like, ready? Probably gonna get arrested. Something that is missing from this that I think it would just benefit greatly from is a quick shifter. No quick shifter. Standard from Kawasaki. That's a bold move on a $15,000 like actual rocket ship. I think a quick shifter on this would be dirty. I'm sure that an aftermarket is filled. I mean, this bike has been around for a while, and the aftermarket parts department is stocked, so probably wouldn't be hard for you to find, but it'd be nice to have as a standard feature. As for Auto Blipper, I don't particularly care for them anyway. I think they're cool, they're trick, they're fun, whatever, but nothing beats a fantastic little auto blip downshift. I just cannot stress enough how like user-friendly this bike is. I had a harder time with the fueling and the throttle response on the Versys 650 than I'm having on this Kawasaki. Now this is where things are going to get interesting. These are very slow speed turns, so I'm not going to be able to test out any of the real handling on this motorcycle, but historically speaking, you lengthen the wheelbase, you're gonna get worse turning. This isn't a bike that's really meant to crush a track day, right? This is a bike that's meant to annihilate a drag strip or any sort of roll racing, or I suppose if you're road racing, although I cannot endorse it. But if I was to meet up with 650 Ebe, my man over in Ohio, I would want to take this weapon with me. It's a sport bike. I'm forward. There's a bit of weight in my wrists. It's not something I would ride for 8 hours, but it's something I have no problem riding here and now. I've been uncomfortable on motorcycles right off the bat before. It's not a great feeling. This is not one of them. Very happy to say. You know, even on the Cruiser, the big Cruiser is set up a little bit differently than this, right? And a little bit, that's an overstatement, or an understatement rather. It's set up very differently than this, but it has a long wheelbase, as this does. Still though, that bike, easier to turn in, had a bit more sensitivity to steering input than this one does. This is almost actively trying not to make you steer, because when you're going 160 plus miles per hour, you don't want a tank slapper, right? This is just, it wants so much. It wants me so bad. I'm using, and I shit you not, 5% of the throttle. That's 5%. That right there was only 15. I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm riding an actual grenade launcher. This is straight out of James Bond. If you hit the eject button in an F-22, you'd probably feel the same sensation as if I went 100% throttle here. See, there's kind of the lethargicness, right, where you really do need to give it some. This is probably the only opportunity I'll have, if I do have one, to actually show you what this can do. So incredibly addicting sensation. Oh, again, I shifted early. I didn't use 100% throttle. You just can't. I couldn't do it. It's so much power. Oh, in such a great way. I implore you, if you've ever considered one of these as a bike and you've just thought like, where are these gonna go? I mean, it's, you know, the 1000cc sport bikes are gonna take over the world. Please go take one of these for a test ride. I cannot stress enough how different it is. I didn't think it would be different. I was the first person to think like, nah, this is gonna be exactly the same as all these other you know, if anything slower, because it's heavy as hell and it's got this long wheelbase, so it's gonna be lethargic in the turns. This is the one. This is the one, young Padawan. I've been giving bikes scores today. 9.6. That might sound arbitrary, I promise you it's not. This is amazing. This is fantastic. I love the mix of digital and analog tach speedometer and information. I love the comfort, the smoothness of the throttle. The power delivery is sublime. The suspension feel is great. The monoblocks give you that security of the braking. The sub $15,000 price tag is not that bad when you're considering what you're buying. I mean, take this to a drag strip and tell me you didn't spend your money well. You are going to be leaving with the biggest smile that you've ever had on your face, ever, in the entire life, like, ever. This is something else. This is like one of my favorite unexpected bikes of 2019, right here. Did not expect this at all. If you've seen a few other videos from Wood Cycle Country, then you'll know that this road means we are on our way back. So I do want to say thank you to them. Hit up my man Blake if you're in the New Braunfels, Texas area. You're looking for a ZX-14R or any number of other power sport items. If you are not from here, hit up that first link in the description for GoRollick.com and see if you can't find a great deal in your area. As always, this is my new thing, but take care of yourself, take care of others, and take care of this planet. Hit that subscribe button, like this video if you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends, comment down below, you know the gambit. And as always, I will see you on the next one. Peace!